Hello, Libra. I hope that you are well and having a good December. This is your December love horoscope. Had to take those out because I could hear myself speak, and that's off-putting. Second time I've done that. So anyway, my lovely Libras, how is your love life for December 2018? It's the end of the year. Just before we go into sparkly new 2019. I've noticed this month when I've been doing the readings that I've been doing that there's been a lot about sort of December being quite an empowering month. Yours is interesting because it feels like there's heavy focus for you guys more on work than there is on love. It feels like there's a lot of energy around you that you feel very invigorated to make preparations before 2019. So how does that impact your love life? It kind of means that you're a little bit distracted, Libras. It means that the focus is not necessarily there. It's more on personal development, career, finances. And that could mean that you don't have a much emotional availability to either be dating or with your partners. Now, it seems that for a lot of you Libras, a lot of your partners, if you've been with them a really long time, they're okay with that. So if you're in a long-term relationship, they're kind of okay to kind of give you that breathing space to be able to focus on that personal development, because in fact it's going to aid the relationship long term for you to be able to kind of get your head around that stuff, so it's not distracting. Because what I find with Libras, if they're off balance in one area of their life, it will tipple into their love life. So the fact that you're needing this space to feel a bit empowered in bringing the balance back in work, finances, career will only help you. Now, those Libras who want to have their cake and eat it and they want to date whilst they're doing that, I think it just makes you better at dating, albeit you might not be able to offer the time. So I think what's coming across as you needing to be really clear with whoever you're dating, that this is a period that you're going through, that you're interested, but that you need to be clear about your availability and not guess it a little bit. So sometimes to impress people, we might say, oh, well, I can see you once a week. But is that really going to be realistic in the environment of where your focus is really meant to be on? So it feels like it's going to be fine as long as you communicate. So there's a lot about Libras communicating or remaining single. I think where you are in a relationship with somebody where actually they are coming across as quite needy, then I think your relationship will break down, because you could communicate all you want, but if they're a needy personality and you'll know which Libra you are, if you have that kind of dynamic, then you're gonna sort of suffer through it basically. And I think that you will find that you'll just pull your energy away from those who can't give you that space, even if you've been very, very clear with them. Because what my guides are saying here is all about the money. It's all about you wanting to prove yourself, give energy to that. Some Libras, it's going to be about, because for you, you're almost doing it because you want to be able to provide for whoever you're with. There is this kind of element, so it doesn't matter if you're male or female, you want to be able to put yourself in position. I'm getting a lot about maternity and families and stuff. So some of you are doing this because you want to be able to put things in place so that you can start a family. Again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You're trying to put things in place so that there's a sense of security. But also I feel like some Libras have lost their focus a little bit in work for different reasons, that this is a primary month, and you're doing it so that you go into 2019 prepared for new things. So for some of you, it's, I want to go and learn this course so that I can then get a better job promotion, or I want to learn this course because I want to be self-employed. There's something new you want to just lay the foundations for this month. So if you are cross-watching, for example, and you are in a relationship with a Libra and you're wondering why they're a little bit appearing to be distant, and perhaps they haven't communicated with you why, this is the reason why. It's kind of highly coming across that it's not personal at all, and it isn't going to be personal. But if you're the Libra that's watching this, the best way to not be distracted by your love life is to clearly communicate your levels of interest and your availability when it comes to work, and you should be fine overall. Pretty much most of the month is like that for you guys. I think obviously you naturally seem to have a pause around certain holidays, so that would be around the Christmas period. There is a bit of a pause where you do then give that quality time. and then it's back on track. It's back onto you wanting to successfully. It's almost like I keep getting this repetitiveness of like 3 things that you kind of want to be able to at least lay the foundations for, in order for you to feel successful. So this reading feels very much more like a work reading than it does a love one. But I think for those Libras that are watching this, you'll understand, again, that off balance. You can't have a relationship successfully if your work and your finances are going to hell. And you want to make sure that you aren't in that position. I think by not giving that area some focus for you would mean that your relationships would deteriorate, because it would come out in your mood, it would come out in everything, and then it would cause disharmony, just everything. So ultimately, if you're watching this kind of understanding that, or almost wanting permission to do that, absolutely you're doing the right thing to keep the balance in your love life. The only recommendation I would give you, that's from my spirit guides, is that you just communicate, that you don't take the situation for granted, or that you don't give off the appearance that you are being nonchalant, or that you're not in something when you really are. Because if you value the person that you're with, they need to understand that, so that you retain them. Because what you don't want, which is that whole balance thing again, sorry to be stereotypical, but it's almost like you could focus so much on work and then your love life goes, and then that would then knock off your imbalance to your work. You need to keep the happy balance, and the simple solution is communication. Simple, just like that. So in a way, you slightly have it all a little bit, Libras, providing you communicate. Simple. And I know that sounds like a simple thing, but sometimes we can forget to do that, particularly if you've been with somebody a long time, or particularly if they're new. You might not think that you feel obliged to, but in this scenario, unless you don't want to be with that person, communicate and all will be well. And that's pretty much the overall message that you guys have for your love life in December. You're on the right direction for some career and finance changes, definitely key. You're also in the right direction for your relationships status, as long as you communicate. Do you get the message? Anyway, I hope that that's been helpful for you guys for December. That is your end of year forecast when it comes to love. Short, sweet and simple. If you'd like to have a private reading and expand on maybe your own personal circumstances, you can just look at the links below, and it will take you to where you can book a reading with me. Anyway, you all have a lovely end of year. Happy Christmas and a happy new year, and take care. Bye for now.